Apex Legends is a very different experience on PC compared to console, and vice versa. I first played the game on PS4 because all my friends have consoles, but I recently built a new PC and I started playing on it instead. Here are some things I noticed after making the change. The first thing I noticed is the game looks and feels way better on PC than it does on console. The resolution on my PS4 is somewhere between 720p and 1080p, and it's trying to get around 60 frames, but that doesn't always happen, especially in certain areas of the map, like the water treatment area. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always lagging in that area on console, and it can get pretty annoying when you're in a fast-paced game like Apex Legends and it's lagging like that. So on my PC, I'm constantly getting 1080p on my monitor, and it's so much smoother and it's much better of an experience. Number two is kind of a con on the PC side, and it's that I noticed a lot of my teammates will end up crashing or disconnecting, and it's pretty annoying when you're far into a game and all of a sudden one or even both of your teammates will disconnect and you'll be left either a man down or alone. That's happened to me a handful of times, and it's pretty annoying. It also kind of ties into people will they like to leave right after they get downed and finished and not wait and see if maybe their teammate will win the fight and they'll be able to get revived. It's happened to me a lot where my teammate will go down and he'll get finished and he'll just rage and leave, and then we might win the fight and then it'll just be me and one other guy and we'll go on to almost to the last squad alive, but we'll lose because we're a man down or we're not as skilled. It's unfortunate, but I understand it, and I've done it too. You get angry, you're like, okay, I'm done with this game, I'm going to the next one, and I'm definitely guilty of that. The next thing is the gameplay is really different on PC compared to the console. There's more dancing around because people have to aim with their mouse, and there's no auto aim, and because of that, the fights, in my opinion, it seems like they're a little bit more one-sided. Like, whoever gets the drop on the other guys ends up winning. I think it's just a byproduct of the auto-aim and everything like that. Like, for example, on PC, if I get an R301, I might have to, even if the guy's, like, at a good distance and he doesn't notice me at first, I might miss some shots and I might have to reload and then try again because I wasn't able to laser him down. In contrast, though, on PS4 when I play, I feel like you could just laser somebody with an R301 and down him in one clip, and it's like no big deal. It's definitely not that way on PC, and there's a lot of reload dancing. For that, I think that the console kind of rewards you more for playing like a little bit more slow and like a little bit more tactical, I guess, trying to get the drop on your enemy rather than them getting the drop on you. I think the game does play out a little bit faster on PC, but it's a fast game in general. That pretty much sums up all I can really think of the differences playing on both platforms. Like I said, the game just runs better on PC. There is an unfortunate issue with the crashing and people disconnecting. And the gameplay, like I said, is a lot different because there's no auto-aim. I think that's probably the biggest deciding factor. And of course, you're using mouse and keyboard, not a controller, so it's a totally different feel, and it really changes even which guns you think are good. Like, I don't like the longbow on console, but the longbow's great on PC, I think, so it's all personal preference, and it's definitely a different experience on the PC. So if you're thinking about switching over to the PC, I think if you really want to do it, then you should go for it, because it's definitely more of a challenging experience. I have a lot of wins on console, and I definitely have less wins on PC. Maybe it's just because I'm bad at aiming, but that's a really big factor on PC is aiming. On console, like, I feel like aiming is definitely important, but more just being a good player and like being aware of what's going on can bring you further on console than it can bring you on PC, because your aim is going to have to catch up to your like intellect, and that's just something you have to work on. So it's a different game, but overall I'm definitely glad that I switched over to the PC. It's just more of an enjoyable experience. And speaking of enjoyable experiences, you can go over to twitch.tv/oobike. Give me a follow. I'll be streaming